G'day guys, this is Amos Athar and welcome to a special video that is going to be about, well, Simple Life 1 and Chisel Bits. So first and foremost, I am actually on a server that is hosted by Simpletons, which is a /simpleton /patron server, so any patrons of any of the Simpletons is allowed on this server. Simpletons is a small content creator group that makes YouTube videos, streaming on Minecraft and quite a few different platforms. You know, invited a while ago to join them. So this is one of their new patron servers, Simple Life 1 Revival. This is a pack that 99 Blocks, the mod pack creator, created some time ago when he was playing with him and a few of his mates, and it wasn't actually released then, but he has since found it, dusted it off, and he's getting it ready for release. So at the moment, the Simpletons and their patrons are testing it. We have found a few bugs, and he's fixed a few issues. So at the moment, what I want to show you is the build I've been working on. The reason I didn't do a series on this, because my build is just too big. So let's have a look. This is my castle. It's very big. Now, if I put on my jetpack, army, I can't put much. We can go up and have a look. So it's very big. It's taken me a while. I could have done a series on building this, but honestly, most of these I would have had to do off camera, just because it took so long to place all these blocks. I did it with the building one, but even so. We've got some chisel and bit work here. There's quite a lot of chisel and bits work, even to the point where we've got a draw bit separation here. I do want to put a chain that goes down to the side of this, but I haven't done that yet. Now these are done, if I grab the chisel, these are done with the grid half thing. As you can see, I just places what's half a stair, and this is the smallest eighth. So nothing complicated. That's smooth sandstone. Go with walls. These are added by Vanilla Village extensions. So I've done that on all the things. The stone pillars in the corners are stone, and all of these are chiseled weather brick, cobblestone. The portcullis is chisel bits. You can see it actually goes up inside of the wall here. So I cut out some of the block and insert it in there, and I'm very details oriented, so there's actually holes where the port go down into. So one of the things I want to work on today is I want to put a compass rose in here. Big, huge compass rose. As you can see, I've been collecting armor. These are all the different armors that I've got so far. I'm into Britannia, so I haven't done the Terra Steel one yet, but I've got the Mena Steel, Elementium. This is Faraday. This is from Engineering. So that's just basically aluminium plates. But let's have a quick look through the castle as it stands. So as you can see, I basically use a positive chisel design to copy this entire gate. So a portcullis. So I basically went through, and quite a few doors I've copied this very thing. To copy it, it just involves that you have the bits to make it up. So the weathered bricks and this oakwood planks. So these stairs, they simply these are chiseled glass. This is iron frame. So I've done all my windows are chiseled, just so it has a real sort of medieval look to it. This is the second thing. The stairs go up again onto the roof. We need to go up there. This is the second level. So one of the other mods that is in this is one called Village Box. The reason this has a door and the other tower doesn't is there's actually a villager in here. Basically, with this mailbox here, you send out an invitation, and you get a reply from someone. Now this person started out as just a normal villager. I then upgraded her to a peasant, then to a scholar, and then to a mage. You can see she has a quest for me. So if I gave her a book, she can get 8 bronze coins. You can also get bronze coins from killing mobs. He's selling me shards. If I give her a couple of blaze rods and a silver coin, she'll give me 5 shards, snowballs for water shards, so on and so forth. Seeds, silver coin for nature, glowstone, obsidian for dark shard. Now I can upgrade her again if I wanted to a alchemist. She should probably sell me potions. Then a shaman or a staff creator if I wanted to. That was made for me. So let's say staves. On each of these towers I have a beacon. Just because I wanted lights pointing up into the sky. I haven't finished the second and third floors and back 2 towers. Yeah, you stay in there. But as you can see, there's a villager house here. I designed this one. So this actually has, oh look, there's my builder, Noriko. I didn't name these. These were the ones that replied to my invitation. From her you can actually buy building houses, basically. You place this down and it builds a basic house for you. Basically just a rectangle or a square building. She's got a trade. If I give her 10 glass, she'll give me bronze coins. Here's a banker. This is important. I need this to convert coins. Right now, if I gave her a diamond, she'll give me an ender pearl, which I don't need. But here she'll give me 6 for bronze coins will get you a silver coin. 6 for silver will get you a gold. So this mod pack has been changed a bit, so you can actually use gold coins with this vendor. So it costs 1 bronze coin for some of these seeds. To get a spawn cow egg, you actually need a gold coin. So each of these little rooms has a bed in it. You have to have at least in a house, it has to be a sealed house. And here's my cook. So if I give her corn, which I can buy off my farmer, she'll make cooking oil. I could upgrade her to a chef. Alright, so this is, not every room has a bed in it, but you have to have at least 1 bed in the house and to accept it as living quarters. Anyway, so we'll leave them to. We'll go back to here. This. We'll go down this way. Is underneath the mage's tower. We've got enchanting, the books, a disenchantment table. Put an item in here, and if you have a book, it will strip off disenchantments to the durability cost though. Normal enchanting table. You can see I stripped off a lot of ants already. So, and to Anvil. Go further down here. You can see the roof has been chiseled, so it's an arched roof. I actually did this with. Once I created this curve, I use a negative chisel design to imprint the empty space onto these blocks. So basically, half of this side I did with a negative chisel design. The other half I did with a positive chisel design, which copies the blocks that are actually there. This is my immersive engineering or machine shop. We do have, as you can see, there's a watercolors here. Copy that, but it has dirt in front of it. Reason for that. First we'll go up. This is second layer, second level. Haven't finished the windows up here. There's so much to do. Go down, you'll find all the capacitors. This is my power station basically. I'll explain what this is in it, but it leads to another floor. So Keep going, it's just a lot to look at, so I don't want to spend too much time. The reason why there is a big dirt mound is that if you have a look, it looks like the dirt has actually fallen down this hill and around the castle. I just thought I'd leave it there because someone suggested that would look cool. This is my mining shaft. That's what those stairs are. So that's why there's dirt in that particular entrance. So go back in here. It's coming night. Which shouldn't be a problem because I have sacred lights on my towers and mobs. There's nothing in this tower. I haven't quite finished this tower. If I go up the hole here, I haven't finished that floor there. And I haven't put the windows in yet. This leads to the back of my wall. Basically, each water wheel has its own LV capacitor, so I can minimize loss from these wires. Plus, I get a little bit of extra bonus storage. So this is the opposing entrance. I have finished the stairs in here. I basically... Let's just go and sleep quicker. So this is the medium boxes. So when you buy a build box off the builder, this is basically what you get. So I added the spruce bit here and the stairs. You actually get a square building. So it's literally 4 high. It's got 1 layer of stone bricks, 3 layers of oak, and it basically comes with a window on the north, south, east, west. I actually added these windows and doors. I actually added this wall here plus wall in here, and these windows. Yeah, I'm buying a bed crew. So it's easy to convert these into little villager huts. This is my toolsmith. So he sells. This is a good way at the beginning to get yourself some steel tools. It's not a bad thing if you've got this mod in a thing. You can't upgrade her though. Here's the last. Oh, here's my blacksmith. From him you buy steel. So you get 3 iron ingots and a silver coin. That's all he sells. Doesn't have any trades. Then you could take that steel that you bought and talk to her, and then she requires 3 steel ingots, 5 silver coins, and she different tools. It's a cool way to get steel. We also have Patricia, which is the armor smith. So once again, we'll make steel armor for you. I don't know where Ma is. Ma is the weaponsmith. Looks like he's been in a bit of a battle. Here he is. He's actually got a scar on his arm. Quite funny. He's got a quest. Oh, if I give him the anvil, he'll give me 2 silver coins. So, which is effectively, it's actually 128 bronze coins. So it's not a bad deal if I had a lot of spare iron. That's 36 iron. The anvil. Or if you pick it up somewhere. Bring an anvil somewhere. Anyway, so I'm growing some sugarcane here. We'll see the middle building shortly. There's my botania area out here. When I first set up this botania stuff, we only had vanilla redstone options. There's my water wheels. We then later on got this mod here, which is called redstone paste. Transport mod. Actually says transport, I don't know why. And vanilla automation. These block places this is from. So my tree farm, which is all the way over here. That's because I need it somewhere near power. This is progressive automation. This is my chopper. It's basically cutting down trees and getting saplings at the moment because sapling back. Um, it had run out of saplings, so I had to go and get some. Once it gets a huge collection of saplings, I put the Shears of Winter in it. These are from Reliquary. These are unbreakable. And it shears leaves off basically. So I've got an upgrade for shearing leaves, and I've got 48 slot upgrades, which eventually does a 7x7 area planting of trees. These dispatches transport items out of here. I just set the output to this side and into the chest. Inside my storage area, it takes the wood out and leaves the leaves in there. And then I've got the same ender chest behind these block places here. And what happens is they feed leaves into these drawers. I've got the same setup over here. So again, leaves. What happens if I flick this lever? Very loud. It pulses this redstone paste, which makes, you can see, all these block places place leaves. The bottom ones don't have any at the moment. And then the munch dews eat the leaves. Now a lot of people use munch dews just with tree farms, but this is like a really overdone version of basically making trees. And it creates a lot of, as you can see, it creates a lot of mana. So basically I let it build up to like 125 stacks of leaves, and then I just let it go. I did have the portal on. There's my portal. I've sort of hidden it behind a layer of glimmering chiseled wood. It actually looks like a round portal. We've got chiseled, as you can see, more circles here. Just because I wanted to be different. More circles in Minecraft. Anyway, we'll move on from that. I did have the tree farm over there, but that was too far from power. I'll just finish the stairs in here. More chiseled archways in this tower here, because it's part of. This tower is actually buried in the hill, as you can actually see how far it's buried in the hill. So I haven't fixed that up yet. That second level is up there, empty, but I haven't actually replaced this. Another beacon up there. This is my mob farm. Collecting XP. These drops here go into an inner chest, which goes to my storage area. And then down here we've got our blacksmith area. That's why I have villagers living near here. Blacksmith and armor smith, weaponsmith are all near the blacksmith area. This is my tinker smeltery. Rather big. More seed tanks means that I don't have to get lava as quick. It can hold 63 items, I think. Most engineering coke oven, fluid pump, tinker's tables. These are from more furnaces. We've got the gold furnace, which you can have 4 stacks of items, 4 stacks of fuel. Does 20 items per piece of fuel, I think. The diamonds do 7 stacks, and they can do 40 items per alcohol or coal, depending on what you have. This is the foundry. Means you can melt down tools and armor, and you can get some of the stuff that makes them up out of it. So at the moment I've got some leftovers of gold ingots, iron ingots, quartz in glass. So you put armor up there. This dispatcher sent it into the foundry. Then this one takes out the ingots. So you can see I've actually got. Well, I actually put these in here. They did come out of the foundry, but. Okay, so, and then further on down here, we've got our last tower. So we've almost gone. There's a sheep. Hello, sheep. You're sticking your head through the wall there. There's the entranceway here. This is the last tower. So this leads to my nether portal, my mining world. It's really loud. We go down here to the dungeons. I just finished working on this area last night. This is the entryway heap here. I dug all this out. So, these are the dungeons. So they're just, I'm gonna put some stuff in here yet. But again, chiseled roofs. And then this is my blood and magic area. Got chiseled things here. That's actually blood. This is nether brick, chiseled concrete. That's also chiseled concrete. I created this pattern myself, and if you see on the ceiling, there is a very big version of the pattern. Right. The ceiling is actually this chiseled layer covers the whole thing, so it actually makes the roof dark. We have the cobblestone, and then we've got some beacons. Now the red things you saw before is actually these beacons running up through that particular room that I will explain later. This goes all the way up through the middle building. I haven't got very far in this yet. I only got 6 places left. I've just got to a second tier blood altar. This is an elevator. We're not going up there yet. Well, we're not going to go that way. We're going to go back this way. Back up the stairs, past noisy portals. The entrance way. So my idea is that the chicken, we're going to put a big compass rose in here. So let's show you what the middle building is. So this, there's my animals. This is my farms. So this has primordial crops, which is much like magic crops. What was in that layer that I explained before is it actually has this stuff. Right click in between that lily of super fertility. Has a machine there, crop planter, that's actually harvesting these experienced crops. That's what's down there, because that's right under this. I can't actually get to that step by going over to that building over there, because this the elevator goes down, but it skips that entire floor. So these red beans from the blood magic area. Chiseled panels do not stop beacons. They actually see this as a solid block, so they actually go straight through chisel layers, which is good. And yeah, so this farm, as you can see outside here, extends a long way. So have plenty of different crops. This took me a while. I have nether star seeds over here. It's very loud. Did I? No, I didn't get extra seeds. It's only a 3% chance to get an extra seed. I break it every time I come, see that it's all grown. We've got menulin, cobalt. We have all the seeds. I haven't finished breaking these ones. These are my latest ones. There we go, and then there's a big Minicia right at the top. So this is the top. You can't go any. What we'll do is we'll just pop down. I don't want to use the elevator to go all the way back down. And if we go down my storage room, here's the red beams coming up from the. There's my storage system, so we're using easy storage. I've got some of these hyper storage boxes, which store 400,000 items each, so I've got 1,000,000 items stored in here. The reason this is going up because at the moment this is transferring items out of it into the storage system. So whatever this got in it they can store, this is constantly updating that. As you see, I'm not using very much. I'm only using 5,000 out of 0.6 million. And the reason I made those is because I got a bunch of nether stars from those nether star seeds. These are all the essences. So there's quite a lot of crops. It's 54 crops. The Minicio. But let's get on to what I actually want to do. So I've grabbed a whole lot of materials. So I don't need the oak wood actually. Let's put the oak wood in the system here. So I've got a whole lot of materials. Got my chisel. Got my food. Got some cyan concrete and some basalt. So be quick, and then we'll look at getting started. So first we're going to borrow a bed over here, and we're going to sleep. Oh, very nice, Anna. So let's get this. So it's going to take up 11 by 11. Now we've got a center marked here with this torch. We need to go out 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forget to go 5 blocks out. 3, 5. This makes it diagonally 2 from each building is. So where we're actually going to start is from the circle. Now I've measured this out basically with Photoshop. So I did a 176 by 176, which basically it's a whole lot of mathematics. So we know that there is 16 bits across on any block. So if I get a bit and into bit mode, right, there's 16 single bits across here. There's 8, and there's another. Didn't know that. They're all divided up to 16, just like chunks are divided up into 16 blocks per chunk. Basically, I see Chisel Bits as Minecraft on a miniature scale. So I've basically drew 11 blocks wide by 11 blocks long. So it's a square of 11 by 11. 16 by 11 is 176. So I've on Photoshop I inputted that, and then I basically drew a circle, and I've recorded the pattern of half of a quarter. That may sound weird, but it basically mirrors itself all the way around. So it's basically on the top, it has 18 across the top, and then on one side it goes 7, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. Now all that means is that that's how many bits I need to place. So let's see, the top of the block is 1, 2, 3, 5. Now I'm just going to take out this block here. Oh yeah, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult under here, just so I know where the top of the block is anyway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use these like concrete bits. Now I need to take out one layer across here because it starts out with 18, which means there's 16 bits across. Excuse me, 16 bits across. I need to do one on either side. So we'll do a change to the line and grab this here, and as you can see, it shows you where it's going to do it. Right, and then we go to the single and do one extra on this side. Let's put this block back. Right, then we'll do one more single right here. Okay, so that's 18. Now to fill this in, the quickest is connected materials. Mainly because the connected material is the very flat bottom part. Okay, so that's a start. And now we're going to draw out our numbers. So 18, we've got 7, 5, 4, 2 3s, a 2 and a 3. Let's do that. 3, 4, 5, 7, and a 5, and we have to come down a single layer every time we do the next number. 7, 5, 4. We have 2 3s, a 2, and then another 3. Okay, so that's that section. Then we got an odd thing here. We got 3 2s and a 1, then 2 2s and a 1, then 1 2 and a 1. So 1 2 3 1. 1 2 1, and then 2 and a 1. Now next comes is we have 2, and then we have 3 singles. We have 8. Now that's going to pop off because I'm chiseling it. That's changed the block. Now if I can put it back, it's just that now that I've actually made it into a chiseled block, I should be able to continue working on it. It's just that it changed from being a stone brick into being a chiseled, as it says, chisel bit stone brick. Okay, so this is a 2, and then we need 8. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, as you can see from here, we've already travelled 1, 2, 3, almost 4 blocks out. By the time we get around to here, we're going to have reached the 5th thing. Now, this 8 here, if we only count 4, we'd actually be going in reverse order now. So I need to do all of this counting up now. So now we do a 2. Then we do a 3. Now we're all facing this direction. Where they were facing this way before, now they're all going to be facing this way. Right, so we had a 3, then we have and we're going to do basically backwards. 1 2 1 2 2. That's another 1, and then there's 3 2s. Right, and then get back over here and have a look. So we got a 3 2, 2 3s. Now, I find it easier to work with a bit rather than chisel. I don't know why, just because I feel it just makes it easier for myself. But it's up to you what you're comfortable with. So a 3 2 3, then we have a 4, a 5. Right, that's only a 4 still, that's a 5. And then a 7. That's a 7. Now, if I've done this right, if I remove this block, so you can see we're actually one level from this layer here, and that's right, that's where we should be. Plus we're 1 bit from this block. Alright. So we just put those back now. Which means that we have perfectly got our circle. So we go up 1. We're now going to change the line, and we're going to put across that block, and then we're going to come back and that. We've basically done a quarter of the circle. So as you see, let's go up to the level. and I'll just break this. Now, gotta put my. As you can see here, it's a perfect circle. Right. So I just need to do that all the way around here, and that is going to be our size of our compass rose. So I'll do that quick, and then so this next bit will probably be in fast motion. I'll speed it up, so I won't talk between. Now, I'll stop here because I've done half a circle. Right. Now, this is a rather tedious, but it is all the same. So, what I'll do is I'll go and sleep. But firstly, I'm going to grab this, what I was talking about before, as a positive chisel design. Just go and sleep. Just because it's easier to do this stuff in the daylight. See here, this is the actual archway that I copied before. What we can do is, we might actually take the negative chisel design. So you put it in your grid, it clears it out. So if I want to copy this part here, I can actually do it in sections. Alright, so if I do that over here, right click, all that it takes out is what's missing from this block. Right. And you're thinking, well, what use is that? Well, I can go over here because I know that it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be this. Right. And I've already done this block here, so put it up here, clear it again. Now what I can do is this side. Right, put that in, go over this side, do that one. One's already done, so let's do the next lot. Alright, so we move across one. Right click to get your... Right, so that one's been done. So this is why you only have to do a quarter, and then you could actually copy the whole entire. Right, so we move across one this way. Right, and then go 1, 3. This is part of the square. One, 2, 3. Right. This is why it's really good to do the symmetry. I'm just going to copy this there. Out of the way, then. So now we've got to move down one. Right. And then we have to do the one on this side. So across 3 and down 1. And that should only leave us this 1, 2 here. So across 3, down 1. And now I should be able to do this without affecting that torch. Right? If you're using these, you can actually change the block under the torch without popping. If you're chiseling it, the torch will pop off. Now this is the very middle between the things, so I should actually be able to use this over here. and there we go. We've got our, look, we've got our whole circle done. And all I really did was a quarter. I did do another quarter manually, but I could have done the whole thing like that. Now, we need to pull all this down at least one level. So we can do that with our chisel. And if we set it to connected material, it will ignore anything outside here. This actually creates a division between them. So if I do this block, it only does the inside bit. If I was to select that, it would do on the other side of that. Right. That's why it's good to do your demarcation first. The connected material is a very good option for this sort of stuff. So now there we got a problem. So here, I haven't done, there's one block there and one block there. Right, it was okay over here, and it's okay over here. But he had done it properly. That happens, that's why the undo is for. So, now I need to put blacks similar to that on all the edges of this, and I could have done it when it was like, you know, over here, but it's a lot more challenging trying to get inside that cut. You can actually use the connected material again. That torch is going to pop off because it has noise. Because torches cannot sit on a not full chisel block. Right. We might actually. Yeah. Okay, so I can again use the connected material though to do these. Oops. Still going to be fiddly, but it should be easy to. Oh. What does that do? I have to work my way out from this little bit here. Oh, there we go. Wasn't on the right setting. Right, so there we go. I won't say that wasn't fiddly. As you see, I made a couple of mistakes there. I just undid them. It's a bit. It does make it more complicated when some of these are actually across blocks, because when you do the connected material, it doesn't. It only does it within the block you're working within. So I just had to check all the fours. As you can see, they're used off the end. You've got to do that separately. Okay, so that's the circle. Right, as you can see, and so it's all down one layer. When I fill this in, it will make a full block again. So the next bit that we have to do is actually going to be following exactly the same principle as this circle. Okay, so now we're going to be going down to the next. We're basically going to try and follow exactly the same thing, except we're going to change some of the quantities. So we're going to end up with another circle within it. So this time, because we don't have a block to take away from, we're simply going to be adding a block to this. So again, using the line tool and using this as a so to start off with, we place a line backwards, place a line segment on that, like that. To silly chicken. Sorry about that. Okay, so we'll do a 6. And it looks like a 4. Number of 3s. And there's a 1. Switching about. Now, if I'm right, that's a quarter right there. So all we need to do is now, let's just have a look. So it depends if we put 2 more. We do this and then that. So that's supposed to be equal, but it's not. So let's just finish this off. So we're going to do the same thing over here that we did before. We need to start on, oops, on the okay, we have a 6 and 4. And we had 3 3s. Five 2s. Right, and what do we have over here? So 5 2s, then we had 1 2 1. 1 2 1 2. So I think if we change this to a 4, then we should be equal. Yep. So now that should be. Let's have a look at that. That's an inner circle. And we should be able to, if we take our positive chisel design, work our way. And we want to put it to impose. Because we only want to impose. We don't want to change anything under this black one. Right, so we'll go here. Okay, so that take it out, so I'll do it again. And we impose this design here, here, here. Let's go the other way. Here, here, here. Do it again. And we go into. Now unfortunately we can't use like this. We can't It's just the wrong curve. Right. Oh, use this curve. Oh. That's that curve. We need to we need to use this one. We can use this curve here. The other side. Oh. So all you really have to do is get a quarter. Right. Here's this. Here, let's fill in that bit. And then we've got a couple that we need. Now this is actually getting into the block we had before. Alright, so you gotta make sure you do the right one. They're not the same. Clear it. Okay. Say that. Right, and we have two full circles. Oh. There we have two full circles. Now, on this outer circle, going to this is 100D. This full outer circle has to be all marble. Now, because we've drawn these two circles, I can grab the marble. Right, so we put some marble down. Now we can set this to same material and take entire blocks. These bags have been changed in this mod pack to hold a lot of bits. So it's like 8,000 bits right there. Now whenever you do that, it actually creates a pile that you can work with. So all we have to do is set it to connected material, and it fills in between those two circles. And at the same time, it brings these blocks in those sections back up to full height. Now the reason this torch didn't pop off, even though half of this block is missing, because it's still sitting on part of the block which is full, whereas this torch cannot sit on a layer missing. Okay, and just like that, we have done the outer circle. Now it doesn't look like much when you're standing up close, but when when you back up a little bit, it actually starts to look really good. All right. Now we need to move to the inner circle. So we're going to go back to our black concrete. Right, so we need to come down a little. So this is a bit harder. We're going to have to count this. So that's 2. Oops. 2. That's 4. That's 6. That's 8. That's 10. Alright, so everyone is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. We're going to start there. Okay, so we can do a line from here. Right, so any block in here, if you do the line, will do right across that block, regardless of where the bit is sitting. One on that end, one on that end. Okay, so let's do this. So 5, 4, 3, 3, 2. Oh. Two. 1, 2, 2 ones, another 2. So Then I'm not sure how many. So what we might do is we're going to do this. This 4. We're going to go down 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Right. You can tell that's 11 perfectly because there's 5 markers plus 6 spaces. I'm basically doing this video because someone, having seen my work, wanted to know how I do Chisel Bits. So this is bits. I spent a lot of time doing it. Right, so we've got our 18 again, and then we've got our 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, oh, 2, 2, right, 5, 4, 3, 3, 5 twos. Then we had a 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and then another 2. It should 2, 3, 4. Right, and there is another quarter. So we got everything we need to duplicate this. So let's start that again. Right. Now it may be that we're going to pick up some of what we did before, but that's okay. Right, so let's grab this. Put that one there. Right, let's make the next one. Doing circular designs is rather easy if it's symmetrical. Just work our way out. So I'm gonna get this tiny little portion, 2-bit part of the circle. Now let's clear it. Fine. We need it's on the side be that. Okay, that's the next one. Okay, as you can see, we've got a full another inner circle. So we grab our oh. Looks like I have left my limestone. Grab some limestone. Put up a couple of blocks. Took 6 blocks last time. Again. Okay, put that aside. Now I've got. Now if you hold shift down, these bits become 4 blocks. You can see, sort of, doesn't say it properly of them. So put this into connected materials again. Some bits of this are more fiddly than others. What we need to do is in the middle, and we can probably start on the compass itself. So we'll move back to the concrete. So let's do it this way. 2 in from that side. 2 in from that side. Right, which these 2 bits here are actually the middle. So let's put that in, and then these. Now whichever way of finding the middle works for you. So there's going to be 3 there. Okay, so. And each time we do a 4, we move out. So let's do it from the side here. Oh, I'm having real trouble doing. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. So that's 7 4s. 8. 9. 10. 11. Right, so then let's. Now we know these here represent the middle, so we can just start from there. Oops. 4, so 1. 4. 4. That's 4 4s. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And look at that, we did it right. Because they met in the middle. Right, so that is the start of the main compass arms. So let us grab our line. Put it clear, and we're going to select this, and we turn ourselves a little bit, and we've done half the work for us. Now, this here is a different matter. If we copy that, you'll see that part of it disappears. So what we need to do is change the additive, and that doesn't remove what's already in that block. Okay. So we need to do this. Okay. Do that again. Right, again, put it into additive mode, and then what I might do is actually clear that, like this. Now, it's frankly, it's going to be much easier for me to fill in these single 4s because they're on a block by themselves. Then use positive chisel design to do it. But as you can see, that didn't take very long. once we've got the initial structure laid out, and we have to do this 3 on each point. Right, so there's the main star. Oops, I forgot. Okay, now what do we do with the star? We create a cross pattern now. I'm gonna have to get rid of this. Get rid of that torch. Sorry about the darkness, but what we might do is put a torch here above my head, just so that you can still see what I'm doing. We're going to create a cross pattern here that will give us an exact middle. Oh. Let's screwing that one up. Okay. I could positive visual design this, but it's easier if I just do it this way. Right, it's going to create a cross in the middle because it's an even pattern. So there is no one bit being the center. Okay, so we've got a cross like that. Simply with, we need some andesite now. We might do the basalt first. So we got to do both of them. That's a lot of bits. Okay, so let's move those out now. We have our andesite and basalt. Now we want to actually work on these center pillars here. What we're going to do is we're going to start with a line, and we're going to do that, and then that. Now that's a problem because I don't want that half here. It's actually going to be mirrored, so it's always going to be on the right hand side. Actually, concrete. Right. Oh. Now, because there's a line stretching up here, but because there's already bits there, it's not going to replace those bits. Right. Again. I don't know what I just did. Okay, so that is, I'm going to have to remove that menu. Yellow. Okay, so we're going to basically end up with 4 lines that conveniently in a cross pattern. Okay, so again, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm actually going to do the line from here first. So right. Now this is where, again, connected pattern is going to come in. Connected material is going to come in handy. We just go fill in the rest of this. But because we've drawn a line with this material, we don't need to do any precautions with our andesite. Off. Right, so we can just move straight over to that and do Connected material again. There we go, we've got the starting of our compass. Right. Now we need to come down 20. So we've got 3. 1, 2, 3, that's 12. That's 16, 19. So 20 is actually going to be right here. No, that's connected material. Let's put it on. That'll be right here. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is 16, 3 is 19. Right, so we need to come out a couple on each. Let's just check that. So 5, 3, 3. 4, 2, 1. If 3 of these 4 things and do a mirror. Right, so there's two bits here, now 2 bits here. 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Oh. 2. Now that doesn't necessarily look right at the moment, but we've got to do the same over here. So 3, 2, 3, 4. There's 20. We come down 3 and we reverse. We're going to do what should happen if we follow this pattern. These 2 lines actually meet up. If you don't like that, you could continue on. You could do that if you want. Right, there's just a couple of extra blocks on it. If you really want to touch, I'll do. Now, the benefit of doing it this way is that we should be able to actually cross section here should actually continue out just diagonally, and if you've done it right, I've measured it all correctly, this should intersect those blocks just like that. Right, and then we had, so 5, 3, 4 2s, because it's actually another 2, but it connects to, right, so 4, 5, 3, 4 2s, 1 2. 4 twos, 1, and then 2 against it. Right. So let's make it easier for ourselves. Get the positive chisel design. Hang on, do that. What am I missing? That works there, but yeah. Oh, it is. I just have to do an extra. Do this bit. Right, then we do bit. Okay. Split that bit. Okay. Lastly, we need that bit. Okay, so do that. Okay, so there we go. We've got the basics of the compass rose. What we're missing is the very top section here. Yep, so let's grab that. This should work fine because everything's symmetrical. We're still missing the very top of this. Oh, okay. The top of that. This is actually falls into another block here. No. Undo that. Oh. Okay, then we need to do the other side. Do it again. Side. See, even those small, tiny little bits. Again, here we go. Right. Now I'm probably going to copy it again. Right, so let's grab our marble here. And I'm going to have to do these individually. Do connected. Right, that's filled in. Grab our basalts. These. Now, before I copy it, I want to finish off this whole quarter here. Because we're virtually at the end here. We need move these out of the way. We need a granite. Alright, so let's get some granite. Now you can make these whatever you want. I just chose them from the different colours. It doesn't have to be cyan. This is cyan concrete. It could be whatever colour you want for the inner circle. Right, so way, and all we're going to be doing is filling in and connect material. Oops. Granite here. One's a bit more fiddly because areas are just in their own little blocks. Okay. Yep, that's done, and then we go into cyan. Right, there we go. So if I now get this, do this again. So I'm going to start from here. Grab this one. What I can do is actually I'll put in additive. Right. With this bit, and every time you clear it, you select additive in. Okay, now we've done grab the next one down. Here again, one down. That done, we'll move over one. It may simply be easy. Fill in. Changes. Right. So we've done all the granite part, and then we'll do this. Then we might use the actual copy and paste to do the ends of the spindles. So do that. Get ourselves positioned, additive. Clear it. Next one. And I think that if we just get ourselves the basalt to do these bits manually. They take up two separate blocks. And there we go. We have, I just get rid of this now. And I'll put this torch back in the center. We have ourselves a big compass rose, which is on bits. So, I hope you like that. Hope that you are following along. That's how you don't get too lost. Oh, looks like we've got a stake here. You may have to go through and fix like that. Just because I didn't put a block in there, but filled it in. While I'm at it, I'll show you how I do the curves, in case you're wondering. So, if I usually put it up at a height I can see, I use the line. Doesn't matter what I use because I'm not adding, I'm taking away. There's a couple ways you can do the curves. If you're doing an outward curve, you can start by just working your way down. You start with 1 and then you 1, 2, and then you start with 2s. The 1 and then add the 2s. Go a bit deeper. Got 2s, 1s, and then we'll 2, 2. And then you end up with basically 2 and 3 1s. Alright, so that's one way to do outward curves. Would go to extreme and go 3, 2. So that's an outward curve. Put the block next to that. We can do an inner curve, which was 4, 3, 2. Now here, because we've separated with these lines, if we use the connected materials, we can just get rid of that section. Right. But what if we want to do... Get rid of that. Now, the question is, what if you have a block here, right, and you don't have a positive chisel design? If you're using the connected materials, even though technically this whole block is the same material, the connected material only works on what is currently visible. So if I hit that, it actually continues along this section, because that's the only bit of that material that's currently being able to be seen. That's a good hint. Connected materials is very useful. Right, and what you can do is if you have a negative chisel, so the recipe for chisel is redstone, paper, and a bucket of water. The positive chisel is... what you can do is you clear this negative chisel. Say we wanted to make a corner. So we can apply this, get rid of... Right, and now suddenly we've got that and that. If we apply that to this side, it actually curves it. Right, that's the negative chisel. If you wanted to have it curved on both sides, you just do like that. Right, so we can get rid of that altogether. We can make a rounded fence if we want. Now, how do we do this here? Because if we do that, it's going to screw it up. But we can use the connected materials again. But what we do is we work our way from inside. will. Oops. Went too far. Watching my jetpack. It's not. Now, because of the way it is, you'd be best to get rid of that bit altogether. And then you can make a curved fence if you wanted a wall that's a little bit, better looking. Simply that way. Then you could easily make your positive chisel design. Oh, hang on, that's marble. Make your positive chisel design like that. Put your block down. Create them. Anyway, I will clear this up. Hope that you like your tutorial. Hope that you find it useful. If you want any more Chisel and Bits stuff, or if you have questions on how to do things, let me know. But bye from my castle. Uru, have an awesome day. I'll see you later. Bye now.